When you learned about the fashion industry's dirty little secrets, did you resolve to completely overhaul your shopping habits? Perhaps you promised to only shop sustainable and ethical brands, to dive into the racks at your local thrift shop, and maybe even to sew your own clothing. Once my eyes were opened to the evils of fast fashion, I knew I had to do better. Just like a New Year's resolutioner hitting the gym in January, I vowed to make sweeping changes. I even had my mom bring me a sewing machine out of storage so I could relearn how to use it and sew my own clothes. I was going to change the world one outfit at a time. Soon enough, life got busy. Just like that gym goer on January 15th, whose membership started to collect dust, so did my sewing machine. I'll admit, I never even plugged it in. Next, I researched sustainable and ethical brands. If I couldn't make the clothes myself, I could at least make sure their workers were paid a living wage and verify that the materials and methods were kind to the earth. If you've ever looked into this yourself, you'll understand there is some major sticker shock. Beginning to learn that those prices were more aligned with what the clothes were actually worth, rather than the artificially low prices that are held in place when workers are not paid a living wage. However, it was still a blow to my budget. I realized in order to make changes in my closet that honored people and the planet, I needed to figure out how to do it in a way that was realistic. I embraced the mantra, progress over perfection. In this video, I'll break down sustainable, ethical, and slow fashion and deliver some tips you can implement in your wardrobe right now without breaking the bank. There are 3 buzzwords you'll hear around this topic: slow fashion, sustainable fashion, and ethical fashion. While all 3 are closely related, they're not the same thing. You can think of it like a Venn diagram with 3 intersecting circles. So each topic has some overlap, but they all have their own unique identity as well. Sustainable or eco-fashion is concerned primarily with the impacts on the environment. You'll see things like recycled or organic materials, as well as a reduction in the use of harmful chemicals and dyes. There's also a really big focus on reducing waste in the production of a garment, as well as decreasing the use of water and energy in its production. Ethical fashion hones in on human and animal rights. You'll notice things like adopting living wages for workers, safe working environments, and making sure that there is no child labor. You'll also notice vegan and other animal rights issues under this umbrella. Slow fashion embodies intentionally considering the creation, use, and end life of a product. While there is definitely overlap within slow fashion to sustainable and ethical fashion, it more clearly falls under the umbrella of slow living, which is a lifestyle in itself. I've personally connected with slow fashion. We are all consumers as human beings, but we can be more thoughtful about how much and how we consume and make adjustments to reduce our impact. I feel that slow fashion embraces more of this nuanced approach and honors the different facets of life, whereas the other 2 feel a bit more black and white. We are each doing the best we can with the resources we have, both time and money. It's a privilege to even be considering these issues. Of course, with privilege comes responsibility. However, the onus is really on the big brands to make big changes in this industry. The more we as consumers demand those changes through our voice and actions, the sooner they'll have to address it. With no further ado, here are 4 ways you can embrace slow fashion starting today. Number 1, buy less. Oftentimes when you make a conscious decision not to shop, you'll realize you didn't really need anything anyways. Be an outfit repeater. Consider going on a shopping fast for 30 days or even more. Number 2, buy better. Something to really consider when you are adding something new into your closet is if you actually really need that item. This is something we really dive into in style analysis. A great question to ask yourself is, will I wear this item at least 30 times in its lifespan? 30 doesn't sound like that much, but when you consider you'd have to wear it every week for about 6 months, every other week for a year, or once a month for 2.5 years, you may reconsider. Look for quality and durability. This is another topic we break down in style analysis. Some fast fashion items are so cheap and flimsy, they won't even last 30 wears. Consider shopping secondhand. Local consignment boutiques, ThredUp, and Poshmark are all great options that provide a similar shopping experience to your favorite local boutiques and online sites. You can find some incredible one-of-a-kind gems or even find things that are still available in stores brand new. There is just so much inventory available on the secondhand market. I believe you can buy things from time to time at stores like H&M, Amazon, and other fast fashion offenders. This will likely be an unpopular opinion with ethical and sustainable fashion purists. But sometimes you just need a few shirts for the summer, and BOGO V-necks from Target is what fits your schedule and budget. If you've really thought it through, you need those items and you're not simply impulse buying them on the way to go pick up some diapers, then you are doing your best. This is where you lose the guilt. Number 3, support ethical and sustainable brands. While you don't have to quit fast fashion cold turkey, I would still encourage you to avoid it and support slow fashion brands when you can. Although the price tags are often, but not always, higher, you may discover that if you shop and buy less, you have more dollars in your budget to invest in fewer, better things. Download the Good On You app to vet brands easily and discover new favorites. Number 4, care for the things you do own. Last but not least, when you do add something to your closet, treat it like it's valuable. Care for your clothes by washing them less and consider hanging to dry. This not only reduces the water and energy use in washing your clothes, but it reduces the wear and tear on the garments and increases their lifespan. Don't treat your clothes as disposable. There are plenty of videos on YouTube to easily learn how to mend a button or stitch up a fallen hem. You'll be more motivated to care for your clothes as you thoughtfully add to your closet. It will be filled with items you truly love. I love helping my clients figure out what those items are through color and style analysis. I'll teach you the colors, shapes, and style details to add into your wardrobe so that you look amazing every day, feel like your most authentic self, and have a variety of endless mix and match options so you can do more with fewer things. Slow fashion is about literally slowing down the shopping process. There are so many facets to consider, and ultimately you have to decide what makes sense within your budget, the time that you have available to shop, and in alignment with your values. Did this video provide some helpful questions to consider? Let me know what hit home in the comments and share this with your friends so we can spread the slow fashion movement together.